Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, hello, good afternoon and welcome back to Rangers Radio. Join myself, watching back in the show, is my mucker, Albert. Sick because we lost, shot myself in the foot again, mate.
Yeah, you need to excuse me, mate. I've got a couple of beers and I'm not going to rant. I'm not going to rant today, but we did. We shot myself with it again. Sick of seeing this movie. It's ridiculous. But having said that, I thought we'd done all right today. I really did. As a team,
we showed a bit of togetherness at times, and obviously they were hanging on at the end. In a normal league game, they were hanging on, and we had them pressured. We lacked a bit of guile. I've got to question some of the decisions and the setup of the team, mate. Just my opinion. For me, Sterling's got to be in that midfield, mate, with his pace and his power. And you see that as the game goes on, what he does when he mops up. And then we take him out with Lee Young Lawrence on there. He's not that kind of player. I don't think he influenced it at all in the second half. I don't even know if he touched it. He's not going to make any tackles, really. And then it was just wave of no energy in there. You've seen the difference when Rascan come on. Energy, somebody can run. John Lundstrom, can he run? Can he tackle? And isn't he a good footballer? And as soon as he disappears, shake hands, thank him for a couple of years ago, but nothing since. See you later. Bye-bye.
Oh, my question is to the Rangers support who actually says they want to give him a contract. Are you still of the same mind now? I don't think so. I don't think there's any Rangers supporter would have wanted to give him a new contract after that display.
No,
I mean, no. that was bordering on insanity, mate. That was really stupid.
Everything was bad, mate. Everything was bad. The own goal was bad. It's because he gets caught out of position. He's trying to run back. He sets himself up wrong. It's a bad own goal, mate. There's no need for it. And then the challenge, mate. We've got ourselves back in the game. The momentum swung. We've not played brilliantly. We've got a goal we could have scored. Obviously, Silver could have scored. We've not played great, but the momentum started to swing our way, and he makes a kamikaze tackle. Yeah, I know 30 years ago in pre-VAR, it's not a sending off, but you see it, mate. It's a red card. He's caught him in the calf. He's not in control, and he's shot himself and his feet, and he's let down all his fans. He's let down all his teammates, and he's just showing what I think some of us have known for a long time. He plays for himself, Albert.
Absolutely. I mean, the three big faults today regarding his own goal, his tackle. His own goal, ridiculous, mate. Absolutely ridiculous. He's caught out of position. He's caught sleeping, and he's running. He actually let Willie Collum get in his way at one point of that move. The second one is he gets in for a bad tackle, right? And that is a red card. No danger, mate. That is a red card. But the third one is that Johnson got up and played on. Now, if you're going to dare tackle, put him out of the game. I mean, honestly, I know it's bad to say, but that's really what you're talking about here. And I'm saying to myself, that's bad. That's just bad. You should have been doing the tackles to start with. I agree with that. But it was a red card. But if I'm doing a tackle like that, the guy's not playing on. I'm telling you right now, mate.
What did the manager say? Leadership, part of the leadership group in the team. Yeah, well, therein lies your problem, Phil. You've got a few things wrong, and there's one of them. If that's the leaders in your team, but exactly. Everything's always magnified when we play against them, Albert. But we've watched it for maybe the last 5 or 6 weeks now. Obviously, just with the body language, you knew the guy had checked out and wasn't getting a contract. Big Phil trying to, because we're lacking numbers, trying
to cajole him.
Cajole Arang and see if he could get us the other line. It was a mistake, mate. It was a mistake for the Ross County game onwards, maybe even Motherwell. Yeah, they would have known that they hadn't shoot cons. Sterling should have been in there, mate. Raskin showed you the day that he's got maybe better offer than Lundstrom. maybe.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. What proved the point is he gets sent off late on in the first half, and we played the whole second half without him. Once we settled into the second half, we weathered the continuous storm for them, which was going to happen anyway. Raskin and come on, a few others come on as well, and we proved the point. We don't really need Lundstrom. Did they do anything in the game that you said we really missed? I mean, every shot in the first half that Riley had was Lundstrom was out of position and caught sleeping.
But the first goal, Ben Davis and Barisic, mate. You know,
yeah. I don't think it was Ben Davis, mate. I think it was Barisic and Lundstrom. I really did.
Lundstrom was involved initially as well, mate. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're spot on, mate. Right, we better get these phone lines open, mate. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's hear from these.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Albert, can I ask you something? Yeah.
Go for it.
I don't claim to be a tactical genius. I know the game, but no any better than worse than most fans, yeah. But we knew that we had to have three in that midfield. Everybody was saying it, yeah. And we played with that system again. I know that Tom Lawrence was influenced again, but then slowly but surely they got a foothold in the first half, and we had to set ourselves up with 3 against 3 in there. No 2.5. We want to try to get back because he's trying to join in with the forward. We had to go with 3 in there, and one of them had to be Dujon Sterling.
It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious to all of us anyway, but again, we're only amateurs, but it's pretty obvious. Because they're no great shakes, mate. I keep saying it, and there's other people saying it, and we've seen it today. They're no great shakes. If you match them up, I'm telling you, you'll walk right out of them. You'll walk right out of them.
You'll get fouls, you'll get players booked because they've got a deliberate tactic. When somebody goes by you, they pull the jersey. How many times did you see it?
Been saying it for long enough for them, mate. That all started for the fact, Aussie. Use the professional foul, and that's what they do, especially McGregor. In fact, he actually got booked today. I was actually surprised about that. He actually got booked today, and then should have been sent off later on because he committed the professional foul later on. But anyway, it's. I'm not going to say the team played bad today, Ox. I don't think they played bad today. I think we were behind the 8 ball to start with, and then we started getting more problems. Lundstrom scoring and then getting sent off, and then Big Suter goes off as well. Here's sitting one. Is there any more problems?
Big Suter's not, according to the TV, mate. Big Suter's not been half injured, mate.
Well, I thought they said he did win half injured.
No, he didn't go half injured.
So what was the thinking behind that?
I don't know, mate. It was a mystery. But we'll find out. Maybe the TV's got it wrong. You never know, mate. The information, right. But I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand the setup, mate. Tom Lawrence, we played that. We played him in that last game against them, and he didn't influence the game. I don't think he influenced it at all the day neither, mate. Yeah.
I thought he'd done wee bits in the first half. The second half,
no. He always does bits, mate. He always does bits because he's got a bit about him. I thought one of the guys who had somebody in toast. That Silver had that boy Johnson in toast.
Right. I agree with that one. So he should have scored. Don't get me wrong. Silver did a decent game, but he should have scored. He definitely should have scored, mate.
That changes the game, mate. Goals change games, you know. And then Dessers pops up with a goal. Sterling comes in at the back post. He does it back across. A decent finish with Dessers, a wee side flick. You can't really miss. And he scores. He scores a goal. You know, and we've got all the momentum. We've quietened them. We've looking as if the game's going to go away for us after their own goal. And then that kamikaze. They 5 minutes for John Lundstrom, mate, just sum up what he's been ended up at our club, mate. He's just. I don't think he's done it deliberately because I don't think he's that kind of guy. Because what I've heard is he's not the worst guy in the world. But when you've checked out, mate. Mentally, yeah, and you can see it. So you make decisions.
Definitely, mate. Well, hopefully that's his last game in the Rangers jersey because straight red. I think you get two game bans, so that's basically his league campaign finished. It's only the cup final, and I wouldn't pick him for the cup final, to be honest with you, mate. I really wouldn't. No. His Rangers career is finished, mate, as far as I'm concerned. And people might think that's hassle because of the day. I've been saying it long enough. The guy's not good enough to play in that position he's playing. He's masquerading in that position. It's not his fault people are playing him in that position. He's asked to play in it and he plays it, but no, not for me. He's poor. You need to be a special kind of player to play in that position. You need to have a passing range as well, which he's no good. He doesn't possess it.
He's not got a guile when he does get forward. Anyway, we'll be joined by Stuart. Afternoon, Stuart.
Afternoon, guys. It's a nice sunny day, but there's a bit of a cloud looming, I think, on the old Ibrox. I'm like everybody. I think I'm frustrated. I mean, there's so much to pick out of that game that was predictable. I mean, there's an old saying: people we keep repeating time and time again the same mistakes and expecting a different result are stupid. And still, we all like them, but it's stupid. We knew that it was coming. Playing Lundstrom in there. Remember when we had Kent and Morelos going, there was big debate going to here, going to there. They turned it off. It's the same with Lundstrom. And Barisic was a bit better today, and to a certain extent, Barisic. The middle of the field, we were just swamped. I mean, Celtic could have had, God knows, I lost count. It could have been 6-0 at one point. I'm not going to stick up for any Rangers team today. I thought the application wasn't great at times. Silva was getting lost. He wasn't tracking back. It just seemed lethargic. But I have to blame Clement for that. If Yilmaz is on the bench, why not put him on for 45 minutes? Because that's the intensity of the game. Take the sting out of the game, but they wouldn't do it. I mean, for me, his tactics are deplorable today. Absolutely. I mean, you've got to kind of weather the storm. And you were sitting behind your couch at sometimes looking through your clenched fist thing. You know, O'Reilly was getting shots. I mean, I don't know how many shots he had, but you knew he was always going to get one.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'm questioning the manager, and I've been saying it for a couple of months now, and anybody that's picked me up. We play with a midfield in a straight line up the park, Stuart, and there's space.
Absolutely.
And the manager, that's his tactics. And if he thinks unless he gets players that he can perfect that system, mate, teams know what you're going to do. They will set themselves up accordingly, and they end up with acres and acres of space, mate. It's not just happened. It's not just happened in this last wee while. It's happened pretty much since he came in the door. He tweaked something that wasn't working with Beale. We got a response, it worked, and then slowly but surely we fell into that trap. And also, we've got a young boy in there who's only learning his trade, Diamonde. He ain't a world beater. He might be a good player, but he's only learning his trade. Stuart, then Albert.
Aye, no, I mean, the game wasn't set for Tom Lawrence. No legs, let's be honest about it. It needed 5 across it needed a 3-5 anyway. 3-5-2. Silva, I thought, was looking a bit tricky. I think he had the beating of Johnson with 2 tricks and stuff like that. Sterling's wasted out where he was. Should have been McCausland out there. Sterling blocking up that midfield. Honestly, after the first 2 minutes, I was thinking, I'm watching the same thing over and over again here. It's the same. Why can he not see that? He's a top-class player in his day. He's coming in to be a manager. He's won league titles. But he's stupid. For me, he's useless. I'm being honest. I'm not getting angry with it. I just think he's doing the same thing time and time again. He did the same thing with Ross County.
I get it, mate. I get it. And we knew how they would play Albert.
I mean, I don't entirely agree with what Stuart's saying. I wasn't looking through cracks in my fingers, Stuart, to be honest with you, mate. I thought the first half, we quietened their crowd, mate. They were quiet, really, really quiet. We were doing all right in that first half until that first goal and Lundstrom, Barisic. You can say Davis, but I don't think Davis has got a part to play in it. I just thought the rest of them let that guy. They let him walk away for them. And you're saying, who's gone with him? Nobody went with him. He's stood in space. Boss slipped to him as a shot. He done 10 shots up until that point that were nowhere. But again, that was down to Lundstrom no picking him up. I mean, you pass a player on. That's the way that system works. When they get by a certain point, you pass it on to the next guy. So he cuts in for the right-hand side. Silver passes him to Barisic. Barisic doesn't follow him. He's daydreaming. And I thought Barisic played all right today. I'm not going to get in Barisic's case. I thought he played all right today. It goes on to then Lundstrom, and Lundstrom's not even in the picture, by the way. You're saying, where are you? And then he's daydreaming, bang, goal. And then all of a sudden, the second goal, you get the second goal. Again, Lundstrom's out of position. Again. He's miles away for the play. In fact, he nearly ran into the referee in that same move.
Is that because he can't cover the ground, Albert?
He can't cover the ground, mate, and he can't read the game. He's no good enough to play that position. He doesn't see danger. He's not got the passing range. He's not got enough array of passing, and he cannot read the play. He cannot see where it's coming from, and he's not got the legs. No good enough, mate, in that position. It's as simple as that. And I've been saying it for all season. I've been saying it since he's been put in there. I don't like him in there. And then when he's playing bad and he doesn't want to get involved, what does he do? Drops back to the centre halves and leaves that big, huge gap in the middle of the park.
He deserves all the criticism he's going to get, Stuart. Just for that mad 5 minutes. The own goal was poor, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was bad luck, right? But I think it was poor. And then the decision to make that tackle after we've got back the game is just crazy.
I mean, that was just. I mean, when you seen it even in real time, I thought that's a red card. When you seen it in slow motion, you think, Christ almighty, honestly, it was a bad tackle, sending off tackle. It should have been a straight red for me. But anyway, it went to what it went to. And but we go back to the kind of selection. I'm just no into Clement now. I really am. If you can't see what Lundstrom's damaging that team, Diamonde is a young kid in a hostile game like that, and you've got somebody with experience who can't run, you've got a combination. It's a disaster. So you should have had the midfield should have been so tight that there was no breathing space, and went into half time 0-0, quieten the crowd, come out, and then try and get your result. But no, it was. I hear what you're saying about there wasn't a lot in it shot wise, but they were running about their 18-year box. The ball was swinging back and forward. Forrest was getting the ball, cutting in. Nobody was tracking the other runner, McGregor. It was all crisscross stuff. Their heads were spinning about like balls in a machine. They didn't care what was going on. Like, you get them, I'll get them. You get them, I'll get them. Celtic could have been 2 or 3 up. Well, they were 2 up, but they could have been more than that up. Let's be honest about it. The tactics absolutely brutal.
We'll be joined by Bob Gia. Afternoon, Bob Gia.
Well, all I can say, I'm just listening to Stuart, all I can say is we've failed again, lads and lasses. It's gone again. Right. And it's down to our, as I said Thursday night, it's down to our failings, not their achievements. We've been poor the last 5 weeks. We weren't much better today, and we'll fight for it with 4 feet in a league championship. I'll tell you what, I disagree with Lundstrom getting sent off. I don't think he was sent off.
I think it's a red card. Albert?
Red card all day, Bob. Red card all day. I called it. I called it with Southside even before it went to VAR. I says to Lundstrom. I says to Southside, I went, that's he's booking him, and I went, that's a red card. Once I seen the replay, I said, that's a red card. He's off. I says, that's going to VAR. Then it went to VAR and he gets sent off. No, that I want to be a smart aleck and just say, I told you so. But it's a red card. No. If it happened to one of your players, we'd be shouting for a red card for it, mate.
Well, I was a mate of mine phoned me up at half time, and he's a referee, and he said exactly the same as you, Albert. He said exactly the same. He said it was
a red card for me.
But I'm over-biased as usual.
I don't blame you for that, Bob. I don't blame you for that, pal.
And I'll tell you something else. Bob, I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you something else, right? Back in the day, it wouldn't have been a red card. We all know that. But VAR's changed the game, and you can't make tackles like that. And if you're a professional football player who's been paid tens of thousands of pounds a week, you've got a responsibility to play with the head as well as the heart.
So you remember a couple of seasons ago, Ryan Porteous got sent off. I think it was an identical tackle. So, okay, I'll agree, disagree. But if it wasn't for Jack Butland today, we'd have took a hammer. Be honest.
Jack Butland was Jack Butland. I thought Sterling.
If Mr. Southgate can't see anything well, I'm sorry for him.
Jack Butland, Sterling, Rashford when he came on, done all right. The rest were some were okay. Ben Davies done okay at times, you know. He doesn't look like a traditional centre half for us. Obviously, Suter, we never seen the second half. Whether that's tactical, whether there's been a disagreement, whether he's got an injury, we'll find out in hindsight. The midfield, I thought, Diamandi does look like a boy learning his trade, and Lundstrom Stewart just had a nightmare. He's the guy that's got to take all the fun. Bob G, you've got a lot of noise coming for you, so I don't know where you are.
I'll need to go anyway. It's Doug. I'll need to go. It's warm. He's needing a drink of water. I'm needing a drink and it's no water. All the best. I'll leave you Monday. Right, bye-bye now.
Cheers.
To be honest, Ox, Lundstrom should take a lot of stick for that.
He deserves it, mate. He deserves it. It was kamikaze. We're back in the game. The pendulum's swinging. Yeah? The pendulum's swinging, mate. He's made it harder for his teammates. He's made it hard for the manager. Yeah? And it's hard 11 against 11, and he's done that, mate. And we never gave Balogun any stick, did we? The game we went there last year. He get caught, he pulled the boy down, took one for the team, gets sent off. Right, all right, we were disappointed, but it wasn't that. That was brainless all there, brainless.
Totally. His European game when he first came, he's done the same thing. A stupid move. You're saying it's Star. You're just thick. What are you all about? Up until that point, by the way, the crowd were quiet. And I'm saying we're getting close to half time. We keep them quiet, by the way. Then we can go for them in the second half, because it was a containing exercise in the first half, in which we done extremely well. I don't think they deserve to be 2-0 up going in at half time. No way did I think they deserved that. They come out the second half and they pummeled us, mate. They're pummeling us right here. So, because we never the shape right, we didn't know what we were doing. We've got Sterling in at centre half, which I don't think he's proved that. Don't get me wrong, he done a couple of good tackles in centre half and blocked, but I don't think centre half's his position either. The boy's a right back, mate, totally right back, or a midfielder, depending on what you want. But once we get a grip of the second half, there's only one team. There was one team attacking and one team hanging on it again. I know that doesn't get you anything. It doesn't mean anything, because we didn't win the game. But I'm looking at them and saying they're no great shakes, mate. Honestly, they're all right. They win the game, but they win the game with an own goal.
What was important is you keep 11 players on the park.
Exactly.
It was mental, Stuart, because it was that far away from the goal, and it was also the timing of the match, Stuart.
Well, absolutely. I mean, as he's trying to make up for his mistake, you could see him after it. Try to run a wee bit extra, 10, 15%, 20%. It just shows you how his legs is slow and his brain's slow. That just finished him. I don't think he'll ever put on a Rangers trip again. But he shouldn't have put on a Rangers trip again after, like, say, Ross County, and maybe 2 or 3 of them. I keep going back to it, guys. Kent and Morelos down tools. Lundstrom's been negotiating back and forward. He's not been getting what he's wanting. Maybe we don't know the intricacies of it all, but his mind wasn't in the right place, and he should never, ever have been in that midfield yesterday. Today. And Diamandi, young guy, taking too much time on the ball, rabbit in the headlights, and that's where we lost it. We lost it the other day with that, with the 2 positions. As you say, the straight line got Tom Lawrence, God almighty. I mean, where do you start? We needed a defensive set-up today with a guy like Silva causing a wee bit of trickery. Because let's be honest, Tom Lawrence hasn't got a lot of trickery. A good player, good football player, but he's not got the trickery. I don't know, a McCausland or something like that. Today, something different. Get a free kick on the edge of the box. It should have been a 3-5-2 all day long. Stop them from playing. Go to the second half. Draw, and they're coming out thinking, a wee bit of doubt, that would have been a wee bit better than what we had.
No, for me, mate, it should have been a 4-5-1 with a tight midfield. And I'll say it again, and people might think I'm being daft. We've got something, we've stumbled on something, and the team, the ball winner for our team is there with the legs, and it's Dejan Sterling. And we played, the best spell of the season we played was when he was in there. And we've took him out and he's played him everywhere else since. Left, right. back to full back, wide both sides. Then he ends up at centre half and the best spell of the season. And that's what's giving me concerns about the manager. That, honestly, Albert, that's what I'm thinking. I'm no mental, mate. I'm right. Albert.
Aye, mate. Aye, you're right.
All right, Southside, how we
100%.
doing, mate?
All right. You had to run somewhere, so
Right.
you passed me the headphones.
Use your thoughts, mate. Stuart, we're getting noise for you, mate. Put your phone on mute when you go, Southside.
Right, okay. No bother.
Listen, I thought there wasn't much in the game at all. Gave up a couple of chances in the first half, but you expect that with a good chance ourselves with Silva. It was a sloppy goal he gave away, I thought, in the first half. And then obviously compounded with Lundstrom scoring the own goal, mate. Changed the complexity of the first half until we went up the park and got a goal back.
CD9.
Aye, CD9, aye. It was a good. I mean, listen, mate, we've said all along that's where we can get at them. We putting balls into the box, and it was a typical goal that we scored against them that we know they concede. But the sending half changed the whole game, changed the whole complexity of the second half for us at the Hawks, to be honest.
Mate. Obviously, we were chasing shadows for about the first 20 minutes. The penalty kick, you fear the worst outside. But slowly we got a foothold in it. And I've got to give credit to young Raskin, mate. I thought he'd done really well when he came on, mate.
Aye, I did. I thought Raskin did pretty well. I thought he could have probably brought him on earlier, to be honest. I thought we probably, when he made the sub with McCausland coming on for Suter, I thought that was the right move, to be honest. Don't know why he made that sort of substitution, but it wasn't the one that I seen. I thought we should have bolstered the midfield. It shows he doesn't show any faith in Leon King if he's on the bench and he can't come on and play centre back and keep Sterling into the midfield. And hopefully then he could have maybe tried to get a foothold in the game. But he put Sterling back into the centre back position. McCausland come on, but I thought Raskin did well when he came on. And maybe going forward to the next two games he might maybe feature. But he gets about the park, mate. He can put a tackle in. He's so. We didn't have a lot of that in the midfield. Once we went down to 10 men, I thought we lacked a bit in there. I thought Worms had to come off because it wasn't working, was it? To be honest.
No, if that was a tactical decision, what he'd done Southside, I've got issues, mate.
Aye, I was surprised he went with that. Like I said, with McCausland, I don't see where it benefited us at all. I thought you had to bolster the midfield. You know, you've lost a man out the midfield.
I can understand him bring McCausland on for Lawrence and putting Sterling in there if Suter's fit, mate. I don't know if you picked up. They said they think that John Suter's fit. Did you pick that up, Stuart?
Aye. I mean, you sort of heard that through the kind of after it was people scratching their heads and then it come through that he's no injured sort of thing. He was walking about the area and that's a word you don't know if that's true or no. But it was a kind of weird decision. See what is he's not learned anything. Come on. For the problems that he knew he had when he came, he says he went to the tab and the leaders, where's the fires, I'll put them out type of thing. And he did okay. But the fires are raging the new and he doesn't see it. He just keeps doing the same thing. I'll try this, I'll try the same thing, I'll try the same thing. It's not working. I'm worried for next season now. I really am. I'm not worried about the cup final. We win it, we didn't. It's one of these things. But I'm genuinely worried for next season because he's not a person that can learn quickly. And in this game, in Scotland especially, you have to learn quickly or you'll I think he's got 6 months. If he doesn't start next season good, I know we're going into the future, but he's got 6 months to go and he'll be away too. So I just feel that he's not made much progress with the team that Beale had. He might, I can't be shouted down by that, but what Beale was doing and what happened to him at the end, it's pretty much the same, a wee bit better than Beale, but not a lot better. Not a lot better for me. I'm disappointed in him, to be honest with you, that he just keeps doing the same. As I say, people that keep doing the same thing all the time and think there's going to be a different result are stupid. I've seen it at work. I've seen where you work. They're stupid.
I get it, mate, and I get his stubbornness. And we said it last night, Southside with this shape. He's got a stubbornness with this straight line, midfield three up the park, yeah.
Aye. Oh, listen, I've said before, all managers believe in their system, their style of playing, will not change it. Listen, Stuart, I believe he will change it next year. I believe we'll get rid of Hofferist Edward and we'll get real players in, guys that can move, pass the ball. So I think it'll be a lot better. He's working with Gerrard's squad, Beale's squad and Gio's squad. And he got a tune at him when he first came in. He got him saying, well, listen, we've won a cup. And to be honest, we shouldn't have been anywhere near this league title, to be honest, but we put ourselves in a position where we had belief that we could do it. Aye, we fell at certain hurdles in the day. We've not got it over the line. Doesn't mean to say the manager's wrong, you know, but if he's bringing in players that I believe he will bring in, I think the total dynamics of this team will change. So I would believe in the manager. He might be stubborn on his system like all managers are. I mean, Gerrard never changed his shape either. Here did Bill. And it's all right saying Bill got some results and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we once turned this team around and we've now got a Scottish Cup final to go for. So that's what we need to look for, the Scottish Cup final. I don't see them tripping up two massive games, so we just have to take our medicine today and we take it. But we look forward to a cup final and hopefully we can turn the tables and get a result. Listen, we're beat with an own goal today. There wasn't much in it. Butland wasn't tested and they weren't peppering our goal all day. So
They five minutes were massive. It was in 1-0 at half time. It's
or one each, Ops. Or one each.
Aye, but also the swing in the 5 minutes with the red card as well, mate. It's crazy, mate. Crazy.
Well, as we've said, anything can happen in these types of games, and it happened today for us, and it was against us today, you know. So we just have to take our medicine and move on, mate, and look forward to a cup final.
The funny thing was, Southside, they were hanging on, and young McCausland had an opportunity. I know it was a hard skill,
I should have had
and they had every touch. He's just got to have a shot and see what happens. Scott Wright bursts through, does what Scott Wright does, and then comes up against McGregor, does nothing, and then he gets the ball and he's got a pass to put Redvan in. That's simple. He just has to knock it one more to Redvan's coming in like a train, simple. Does neither, mate, just neither. A lot of these things have summed up these players, and look, it's time for a change. Yeah, you support them all you can, but it's highlighted when you play them, and it's time for a change because some of them just haven't got it, and we need new players. Stuart?
I know, absolutely. I mean, I'm trying to pick the positives out and be optimistic, but I don't know many positives apart from Butland and Big Sterling. When he made the goal, back post, he does it back, Desser's in. Sterling's always making goals. It's like doing everything in the whole thing, you know. And if we could have got some of Sterling's energy into the rest of them, we probably would have won that game. I don't know if you've noticed this as well. My heart was in my mouth at times. When they were playing out for the back, they were whizzing the ball over the 18-yard line across the thing. And it was just missing Kyogo or that other Japanese guy, just whatever his name is. And you were thinking, Christ almighty, if they got that, they'd be right on Butler. I don't know if you've noticed that. I'm thinking, why these are going to go astray? All I needed was a wee bump, and then the ball's going to it was just too much of a risk for me. But Clement likes to play like that. But for me, as you go with the straight line thing, they weren't a wee bit behind, or if it was a dead straight line, so they were having to pass it dead straight. And I was like, we're going to, but it never happened. But again, you're trying to pick out all the things that could have went wrong and did go wrong. But I just felt in the first half, around the box, they were pinging the ball about the box and getting it to Forrest. He was cutting in. Nobody was running by the runners. We were all over the shop. It was like watching a kids' game at times. For me, anyway, everybody's got a different view on it. And on a different day, they were shooting, but it wasn't going anywhere. Their shots was off target and things like that. But I'm thinking, God almighty.
Goals changed games. I'll bring Southside in. The Silver one to change the game, Southside, and obviously they've got their tails up when the Riley gets that shot away, and they should never get that space in that part of the pitch, mate.
No, Silva should score, to be honest. He just has to make any type of contact on it towards the goal when it's probably in the net. It was poor, to be honest. He should have got right on it and finished the half. Goals change games at that time in the game. We didn't have a lot of chances, but we created some that we could have finished, and it would have changed the game in the first half. But no, It is what it is, Ox. We've just got to take our medicine today. At the end of the day, we've gave away probably 2 stupid goals because we gave a guy a chance to shoot for the edge of the box. We had a couple of warnings when they didn't take them. There's a couple of times when we left them wide open for a shot at a goal. And then we just left that gap again. That it's just bad defending, and then an own goal. It's just their own fault again, Ox. You know, we need to cut it out. But I believe new players, a freshness about the club, a different vibe altogether. Starting next season will certainly change it. Because these players have been there too long, a lot of them. 1 or 2 might be retained for next season. But on the whole, we need a whole freshness, a whole new squad, and a new beginning. Wonderful.
There'll be a lot of talk about Cantwell today, Southside, behind the scenes, and Stuart can come in after us. Obviously, he never even got on the pitch today. People see him as some of a difference maker when he plays well, and obviously he never gets selected at all. You know, he never got on at all. Thoughts? Is he a Clement kind of player? Southside then, Stuart?
But it sounds yet no. I mean, listen, if you get Todd Cantwell in the right positions, he can be a sort of maverick type of player for you. But when you're watching him sort of week in, week out, he probably doesn't suit Clement's style that he wants them to stay in a shape and that. And he's icing on the cake if you can get him in the positions where he should be able to finish and create for you. He can go by players, he can hold the ball. But for some reason today, he didn't fancy him when he decided to put Tom Lawrence in there. And he's judged by his decisions. He's left him in a couple of games in the past, Ox, where you thought he might have played. So going forward, is he one for the future? And in Clement's eyes, I don't know. He might have been tactically today, he thought it was different, but I don't think Todd Cantwell is maybe one of his favourites that he'd be relying on going forward next year. So time will tell what will happen, but he never gets selected today, and that's he just has to accept it. The manager makes his decisions.
Stuart?
Aye, I mean, I'm not a big Cantwell fan, to be honest with you. He flatters to deceive, he doesn't turn it on enough for me. Wee patches here and there. He likes a trick, which is fine. But for me, nah, I just think he's on his way out with the rest of them. I mean, what was needed today was fighters, people in that centre. I keep going back to it. And I would have had Diamondi in the 10th position. He's a good passer of the ball. He's good with the ball at his feet. He can shoot, which Cantwell doesn't do a lot. I think we could argue about that, but Cantwell does shoot. But maybe Diamondi, we needed something different. We never got it. And we needed that grit in midfield. We're not going to get that with Lawrence or Cantwell or Diamondi. So one of them had to be in 10. We've tried Cantwell and Lawrence in there. It's not really working this last two or three games. So still Diamondi in there.
I think Diamondi's been poor for weeks, Stuart.
I know. But if you'd maybe moved him up a wee bit to try and maybe he's quite a good passer of the ball in that as well. But we've tried Cantwell and Lawrence various times over the last 2 or 3 games. It's not working. We need a game where you go in, you fight that midfield, you boss the midfield, and then see what happens. You'll still get your odd chance when you're bossing the midfield, like what Dessers got, that come out the blue type of thing. You'll still get that, rather than trying this kind of fancy stuff, heading onto the ball and getting caught and no picking up players. So that's the way it should be. And okay, I'm just an ordinary guy. Clement's getting paid, whatever he's getting paid. He's got all the experience, but he's too stubborn. And if he doesn't change it and doesn't get the right players in, I'm telling you, he could be in a bit of trouble, and we're going to go back again. And I'm not trying to pile on to him, but the thing is, he keeps making the same mistakes time and time again, expecting it's got to be different.
You mentioned it once or twice, mate.
I know, I'm just fed up with it, though. It's a nightmare, honestly. It's a nightmare. It really is. I'll not mention that again.
Southside.
See, if you look at the performance today, right, against that mob, against us, do you actually fear anything for the cup final coming up, to be honest?
No,
if
the game would have stayed 11 against 11.
Correct, aye.
Aye, the game would have been different, mate. It would have been different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aye, it would have been. I just think if probably coming into now, if you're looking forward to next time, hopefully Ridvan will be back fit. We'll have him in the starting 11. You might even see Sima appear in a cup final, you never know. By that time, you'll have Matondo back probably fit in that. So we'll have players. Raskin will probably have to come in and take care for Lundstrom or something like that in the midfield, get more game time. So, no, listen, it is what it is. But listen, never fear that mob. No, we've been on the bad side of the result today. But you can see again, it's us that's caused the carnage. It's not exactly getting opened up and battered today, you know. So, it is what it is. But no, going towards the cup final, any better out there, don't be defeatist about that. We can still win a Scottish Cup final against that mob at Hampden. That's the thing that we've got to remember. And the day, it's just one of the days. We've not a good day at the office. That's the way it is.
We've been let down, mate. We've been let down. John Lundstrom has let down himself, his teammates and the supporters, mate, in that order.
Aye, listen, that was one of the tackles. As soon as I seen the replay, I thought he's going off. I thought there's no question about it. It's one of the tackles, you know. I can see it, but why Johnston sort of comes across in that, but he's hit him, mate. And you can't argue about it. If that had been one of your players on the receiving end, I think we'd all be in agreement looking for a red card, would you know?
What I will say is about Vardy, and look, that penalty decision, I didn't think it was a penalty. I think O'Reilly's kicked Diamondi, who's no change his stride. And if you look back at the goal we had chopped off at Ibrox, mate, and put the two of them together, and you said one of them's been given as a penalty and one of them was given as a foul, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
No, listen, I don't think it was a conclusive penalty either. You know, Diamondi's come in from behind, he's put his leg on the ground, he's not even attempted to play the ball, and he's kicked into the back of him and he's been done.
Riley kicked Diamondi, right?
Aye. I thought when they showed it, and there's a couple of angles you looked at it, you just sort of thought, nah, come on. But the minute he went in the monitor, you know what I call him, he's not going to no gear that, you know. And he gave it to him.
Very good today, so he said he gave his 4 shies.
Aye, I know. I've seen a couple of his decisions. I thought, here, you're kidding me on here, you know. But listen, that's what it is. I'm not going to go in. There wasn't many. Probably the biggest decision to be made was probably the penalty decision that he had to make.
My opinion, he got it wrong twice.
He got it wrong, aye. But he gave it, which you'd expect.
Remember, he got the sending off wrong as well, because he gave us a yellow.
Aye.
You know,
but Lundstrom, we'll probably not see him now. I don't know if he can play a game and then he's suspended for 2 games. I don't know if the Scottish Cup counts, but I think I'd like to think that John Lundstrom's seen him in a Rangers jersey now at the end of the season's finished.
Oh, well. Well, we'll see. Listen, John Lundstrom's had his moments for us, yeah. Obviously, we'll never forget the 3rd goal he scored against Leipzig. But this season started really, really poor. Had a good patch, and people will say maybe he's playing for a contract. I wouldn't be that cynical. And then when he's not get his contract, he's been absolutely atrocious. Just my opinion, Stuart.
I know, I didn't disagree with anything you're saying. It was never a penalty. That one you're talking about at Ibrox, when Roof scored, it was a guy, was it Lager Bielka? He was sleeping. I mean, that was a worst thing. Anybody would see that. That was never a free kick. It was him that kicked, I don't know who it was Dessers or so, I can't remember. It was terrible decision to call him, absolutely terrible. But looking at a positive side of it, Lundstrom, here a negative and a positive. If he had got a 2-2 draw there and Lundstrom had stayed on, he would have probably played the remainder of the season. He wouldn't have changed it. Clermont wouldn't have changed it. And here's the other thing. By default, you've got Lundstrom out the team, you've got a Raskin coming in, and it might change things for the cup final.
Every cloud is a silver lining, and Morecambe and Wise there, who actually I think are starting to sleep together, are chatting to each other live on the show. Well, they went and muting. Right, we'll go to the manager. We'll hear from the manager, then we'll get everybody's last words. Let's hear your gaffer, Philip. Come on.
Philippe, how do you assess those 90 minutes today?
Yeah, disappointing to lose, of course. This is a must-win game. We wanted to win, of course. You want to win this title. And you want to start really good. We talked about that a lot last couple of days, but we didn't do that. So the first 20 minutes, we were not ourselves. We were not good enough. We were not aggressive enough. And after those 20 minutes, we stepped into the game and we get the chances. We go 0-2 behind, but we react and for the 1-2, we score the goal. At halftime, the expected G of the two teams is similar, so everything is still open. Only, if you need to play with 10, it's much more difficult.
Yeah, the red card and the sending off, of course. How difficult and different does that make the challenge in the second half?
It makes a massive difference, of course, and Lenny will be the first one to know that. So it's split decision making, wrong decision making at that moment. He knows. But I don't forget also all the good things that he did last couple of months for the team and last couple of years for the club. So everybody makes mistakes. You don't expect from an experienced guy that mistake in this game, but it is what it is and we need to look forward now.
John Suter came off at the break for Ross McCausland. Is he okay? Was that a decision based on the red card?
No, it was a decision made on that he was struggling, that he had an injury, so we will need to assess the next couple of days if he's available for Tuesday or not.
What is your message to your squad now? Of course, there's still a few weeks left.
Yeah, that we still have three cup finals to show their quality, to show quality also for themselves, for the fans, for everybody, and we still have a cup to win also. And you never know in the league, although it's a really, really, really long shot, but playing at Rangers is about winning every game. It's about that, so that you need to show. The disappointment is big now. We don't have time to regret that the next couple of days. No, we need to react on Tuesday to win again.
Okay, just quickly, just sum up there. Look, he wanted a good start and never got it. I would question the coaching staff then. If they put their hat in that, I think if you're following your hat and getting a good start and you don't get it right, well, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Anyway, last word for your good self, Albert, Southside.
He disappointed me with the result. Wasn't much in the game if you look at it over the 90 minutes, to be honest. 10 men made the difference. And we just have to go again. That's the way I see it, mate.
Is your partner in crime there?
I'll put my partner in crime on. Give us a second.
Hurry up.
All right, mate.
Last word, mate. Last word.
Onward and upwards, guys. Don't worry about it. Onwards and upwards. It was a result of the day that we didn't deserve, but it's there. So, on to the cup final now, mate. Don't feel that. Don't feel it at all, mate.
Last word, Stuart.
I mean, we'll go away, lick your wounds, and we'll kind of come back again. As I say, there was a lot there for it to take in. Hopefully, it could be the default. Lundstrom not going to be. I doubt if Lundstrom will play. We get a wee bit stronger in midfield, and we can take it to them. They're not great in defence. That scales. He doesn't look great either at the back post. So he recognised that. We've got a few good balls in there. And that one where Silva tried to header it, hit Suter or something. There were a lot of opportunities there to get back in the game. But it wasn't to be, man. It wasn't to be. So, as you say, onwards and upwards. And the cup final was a big man for us. So, let's hope so, eh?
Thanks to Stuart, Bob, Jer, Albert, Southside together. Thanks to Fox.
Good news is Southside's got one up and he's out his Super 6, mate. Don't forget that.
One up, but 5-0 up. Well, there's only two left today. But we'll see. I one up. First one, Man City got the goals. Anyway, 1 down, 5 to go. Listen, thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Everybody for listening. But just remember, we're still the people. Take it away, Old School Blue.